Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, how are you? I think you are fine and you are doing great with your studies. As you know that the entire world is paralyzed because of the deadly virus named coronavirus. And this time, this virus spreading first in South Asian countries and some Latin American countries. So Bangladesh is also passing a very crucial time. And the capital city, the city we are living in, Dhaka becomes the epicenter of virus spreading. So to save ourselves from this devastating virus, we should skip going outside. So as we will not go outside, so how could we spend our time? So we should pay more time on study this time. Since college is closed, but you don't think that study is also closed or it will be suspended. But actually, it's beneficial to you that you are getting much time to get excellency over all the subjects. So we'll start, as you see, Unit 11, Lesson 3. And do you remember what's the unit title? It is Diaspora. And as the term diaspora is related to something happening abroad, means settlements, immigration, migration, people living or people settling in other countries, their stories, their lifestyles. So here the lesson title says Bangladeshis in Italy. So we'll see a group of people who left Bangladesh and they settle or they're doing jobs there or doing business there in Italy. We'll see how their lives there, what's happening with them, and many things. So a writer is the extraction from a writer's article. We'll see how he experiences the lives of Bangladeshis in Italy. So before starting the lesson, we'll go through the vocabularies. You might face difficulties if you do not know the difficult words meaning. So keep listening, keep watching. So first word it says haggling. This is very common to us whenever we go outside for shopping or to buy any things from groceries or kitchen market or any supermarket or brand shop, actually not brand shop or local market. So we actually argue, we try to lessen or try to minimize the price, or the seller they try to get more money from you. This is called bargaining. Bangla it calls দর কষাকষি. Reverse. Reverse মানে হচ্ছে opposite or contrary to a previous or normal condition. So what was the earlier condition? This time things will be different. Things will be opposite. This is বিপরীত দৃশ্য, বিপরীত ব্যাপার. Next it comes free market. So this is also very known to us. We experience, we go there, but the term is not maybe not familiar to you, but if you go to the meaning then you'll understand. It says a market usually taking place outside where old and used goods are sold cheaply. আমরা রাস্তায় যেরকম দেখি যে cheap goods or ordinary shops, ordinary items are sold with low price. That type of shops is actually called free market. Next it comes frugally. এটাও খুব পরিচিত, it is very known term, means কৃপণতা, not কৃপণতা actually, using money or other things, spending money wisely or you can say carefully. It's using money or food careful way. So these are things like the words meaning: haggling, দর কষাকষি, bargaining, reverse, বিপরীত ব্যাপার, বিপরীত দৃশ্য, ফ্রি মার্কেট, ভাসমান বাজার অথবা খোলা বাজার যেখানে সস্তা এবং পুরনো জিনিস পাওয়া যায়, হ্যাঁ, দিস মাছ। and আরেকটা হচ্ছে frugally means হিসেবি. These are things like, now we will go through the entire text, main text. Keep listening. So the writer says, Last month, a 12-year dream came true. He says that he had a long cherished dream and he nourished the dream for 20 years. And what was the dream? He got chance or they got chance to visit Italy. He says that we visited Italy. Then it comes, while it was an amazing lesson in history, I was also taken by surprise at the Bangladeshis in Italy. So he says it is very fantastic or surprising matter, or it could be amazing lesson in history that he was taken there at the Bangladeshis in Italy. So he visited there and he met the Bangladeshi people living in Italy. What happened? I heard estimates of between 2 lakhs and 6 lakhs Bangladeshis in Italy. So he had a projection earlier that around in between 2 lakhs to 6 lakhs Bangladeshis individuals living there. What happens then? He says that I saw them in Rome, Florence, and Venice, but not in Siena. So he saw the Bangladeshi people, Bangladeshi expatriates, in three major cities, in Rome, Florence, and Venice, but they were not found or they are not seen at a city named Siena. The ones I saw all had small to medium sized business. So, what's happening to them? They were involved in multiple business, actually small and medium sized business. বাংলা আমরা যেটা বলি ক্ষুদ্র ও মাঝারি ব্যবসা. So in Rome, they were selling handbags, sunglasses, and tourist material on the streets. So in Rome, he saw that the expatriates, the people, Bangladeshi people living in Italy, they were selling handbags, sunglasses, and tourist material, পর্যটন সামগ্রী, and they were selling on the streets, রাস্তায় বিক্রি করছে, like vendors or street vendors or hawkers. আমাদের দেশে যেরকম ফার্মগেট, নিউ মার্কেট, মিরপুর 10 নম্বর চক্করে যা হয়, same things happening there. These are things like what happened in Florence. We walked into a store selling Indian looking things, a monohori dukan, only to find the owner was a Bangladeshi who had a chain of these stores in the city. So Florence is another prominent city in Italy, and they walked, the writer and his companions, they walked into a store, একটা দোকানে গিয়েছিলেন, and that store was selling Indian looking things, means the products are available in Indian subcontinent, and in this is actually termed in this subcontinent as monohori dukan, monohori shop, like. So only to find the owner was a Bangladeshi. So the main purpose to visit that shop was that the owner of the shop was a Bangladeshi guy. That's why they got interested to visit there. And who the Bangladeshis, the owner, he had a chain of these stores in the city, means he had multiple other shops in the city. So it happens in Florence. So they walked into a store and they were selling, those stores were selling Indian looking products, as we see, we term them as monohori dukan, and they had intention to visit the shop only because that the owner of the shop was a Bangladeshi guy, and that guy had multiple shops, same the chain of these shops in the city. In Venice, they were selling trinkets, like little puppets made from balloons, on the Academia Bridge and in the San Marco Square. So what happens in Venice? The Bangladeshi guys, they were selling trinkets. Trinkets means ক্ষুদ্র অলংকার, ছোট অলংকার, কবজিতে পড়ে এরকম, like little puppets, trinkets like little puppets. তো এরকম ছোট ছোট পাপেট বিক্রি করছিল, made from balloons, বেলুন দিয়ে তৈরি, on the Academia Bridge and in San Marco Square. So the two places named Academia Bridge and San Marco Square, and those guys, they were selling little puppets size similar to tracklets made from balloons. They are selling these two places named Academia Breeze and San Marco Square. One seller told me these would not sell in Rome, but in Venice, the tourists buy them. সে একজন পর্যটক তাকে বলে যে সরি শপকিপার তাকে বলে যে বিক্রেতা তাকে বলে যে এই প্রোডাক্টসগুলো what they are selling like puppets made from balloon, those will not be sold in Venice, sorry in Rome, but these have demand in Venice because tourists come to Venice. So there are things like it happening in Venice, that means Bangladeshis there, they were selling little puppets made from balloons and two places there, Academia Square and San Marco. And one seller informed that these things are not in demand in Rome, but they have demand in Venice because tourists visit here. So there's a thing. Go to the next part. Keep watching. They were incredibly kind and polite to us. So those people who were doing business there, Bangladeshi guys, they were very kind and polite to them. So খুব নম্র এবং they were very hospitable, খুব আন্তরিক ছিল এবং ভদ্র ছিল. The person in Florence, much to our protestations, treated us with cokes and ice cream and sold things to us at large discounts. So ফ্লোরেন্সের যে ব্যক্তিরা ছিল সে রাইটার এবং তার সঙ্গীদের অনেক প্রতিবাদের পরেও তাদেরকে কোক এবং আইসক্রিম সার্ভ করে, দিয়ে আপ্যায়ন করে, অ্যান্ড তাদের কাছে প্রোডাক্ট বিক্রি করে, সোল থিংস টু আস অ্যাট লার্জ ডিসকাউন্টস, অনেক বড় ছাড়ে, মিনস খুব অল্প দামে তাদের কাছে কিছু পণ্য বিক্রি করে. When it came to prices, they said, pay us what you want. We are so happy to see a Bangladeshi tourist here. So যখন it comes the time of paying the bill or paying the money price, they said that give us whatever you want, and they said that they were very happy to see a Bangladeshi tourist there. Because যা মন চায় দেন, আপনি বাংলাদেশি পর্যটক দেখে আমাদের অনেক আনন্দ লাগছে. So it was a kind of haggling in reverse. তাহলে এটা হচ্ছে বিপরীতধর্মী একটা দর কষাকষি ব্যাপার, যে someone trying to giving money, others saying that give us as less as much can. So one street vendor in Rome, after selling a sunglass at 18 euro to a European person, turned around and sold me a similar sunglass at 4.5 euro. So what happened is a very amazing thing. One street vendor in Rome, রোমের একজন এরকম হকার, রাস্তার হকার, যে একজন ইউরোপিয়ানের কাছে একটা সানগ্লাস বিক্রি করে 18 ইউরোতে, কিন্তু তার কাছে যখন সে আসে তখন এই একই সানগ্লাস তার কাছে মাত্র 4.5 মানে 4.5 ইউরোতে বিক্রি করে. So as they saw a native guy, that's why they minimize the price, but it's actually incredibly minimized, খুবই কম, মাত্র 4.5 ইউরো, যেটা অন্যদের কাছে চার্জ করেছে 18 ইউরো. I wanted to pay him more. আমি তাকে আর একটু বেশি দিতে চেয়েছিলাম, but incredible as it seems, কিন্তু it was not possible because the seller refuses. He would not take it. সে সেটা নেয়নি. I think this barely covered his cost. এবং মনে হয়েছিল সে যে দামে এটা কিনেছে এটা হয়তো বা সেই দামটাও সে রাখেনি, অথবা এটা হয়তো ওই দামটাও হচ্ছে না. At a mini flea market of Bangladeshi stalls at the Tiputina station in Rome, I fell into a discussion of the business. তাহলে এরকম একটা ভাসমান মার্কেট, বাংলাদেশি ভাসমান মার্কেট, যে বাংলাদেশি স্টল ছিল, যেখানে একটা ফ্রি মার্কেট হচ্ছে খোলা মার্কেট, ওপেন মার্কেট, যেখানে চিপ অ্যান্ড ওল্ড প্রোডাক্টস আর সোল্ড. আমাদের যেখানে যেরকম রাস্তায় সস্তা জিনিস বিক্রি হয়, this much we learned it in the vocabulary part. So the writer started a discussion of the business. So how the business was going on, writer wanted to know from them, and they shared the things. So it cost them 1,000 to 2,000 euros a month to rent each stall. সো এটা এই যে একটা স্টল ভাড়া নিতে, এই যে মিনি ফ্রি মার্কেটে, ভাসমান মার্কেটগুলোতে, খোলা বাজারগুলো বা মার্কেটগুলোতে প্রায় 1,000 থেকে 2,000 ইউরো লাগে একটা এরকম স্টল ভাড়া করতে। The work is very hard and they live frugally. যার ফলে দ্য ক্যালকুলেশন বিকামস ভেরি ডিফিকাল্ট, হিসাবটা খুব কঠিন হয়ে যায়, কাজটা খুব কঠিন হয়ে যায়। অ্যান্ড দে লিভ ফ্রুগালি, তারা খুব হিসেবে জীবনযাপন করে। সো দে আর অ্যাবল টু সেভ সাম মানি হুইচ দে সেন্ড হোম। সো অ্যাজ দে স্পেন্ড ওয়াইজলি, মিনস স্পেন্ড ভেরি কেয়ারফুলি, খুব সতর্কতার সহিত যেহেতু তারা খরচ করে একটি টিপন অথবা হিসেবে, যার ফলে দে they are able to save some money, কিছু টাকা সঞ্চয় করতে সমর্থ হয়, and which they send to their family members living in the country or Bangladesh. One seller in Venice said he can save up to euro 1,000 a month, but only if a lot of conditions are met. Example, he has to sell an average of 50 euros worth daily. His food expenses cannot exceed 80 euro per month, etc. তো একজন বলল যে সে মাসে 1,000 ইউরো সেভ করতে পারে যদি অন্য কন্ডিশনস, আরো যে লিভিং কস্টগুলো আছে ওগুলো যদি একটা নির্দিষ্ট ফ্রেমের মাঝে আটকানো যায়, অথবা অন্য খরচগুলো যদি সীমিত করা যায়। কিরকম খরচ? যে যদি তার অ্যাভারেজ সেল 50 ইউরো হয় প্রতিদিন, অথবা 50 ইউরো ঊর্ধ্বে হয়, যদি তার ফুড এক্সপেন্স, খাবারের খরচ 80 মাসে 80 ইউরোর উপরে না যায়, then they can save some money. So I was inspired by their entrepreneurship and touched by their generosity and hope their diaspora comes true soon. So writer says that he was inspired by their entrepreneurship and touched by their generosity, তাদের যে সততা এবং এরকম যে উদ্যোক্তার যে স্পৃহা, এটা দেখে তিনি বলছেন আমি খুব অনুপ্রাণিত হয়েছিলাম, এবং আমি আশা করছি যে তাদের যেই অভিবাসী যে স্বপ্ন, যে ভিনদেশি স্বপ্ন, ডায়াসপোরা we say, it will come true very soon. Then it says there is a store at the mini free market outside try বলছি না। সো টাইফুশনের পাশে একটা মিনি ফ্রি মার্কেটের ছবি দেওয়া হয়েছিল, সেখানে it is available in text. So we are done reading the text. How it was? I think you enjoyed reading the text. It's very amazing. Bangladeshi people, they are doing business in Italy, and they are making money through different difficulties and hardships. So writer shares his experiences when he visited Italy, and it was very amazing for him because he had a dream and nourished for 20 years to visit the country, and he saw that people engaged in different business, actually small and medium businesses. But when he met them, those Bangladeshi diasporas or expatriates, they are very kind and hospitable. They are polite to him, and they sold some products to him with huge discounts, large discounts. And the same products they are selling to European guys at high price, like 18 euros a sunglass, but to him they took only 4.5 euros. This is an example how they are loving to their native guys. So writer actually shared different sorts of business run by Bangladeshi people living there and their life conditions, and he said that he was amazed seeing their inspirations, entrepreneurships, and touched by their generosity, and he wished that they will do better, and what the diaspora, it will come true very soon. So we learned many things about Italy, its lifestyle, the cities, and Bangladesh's lifestyle living there. Now we'll try to answer some questions. As you will answer, you will get this. So keep listening, keep watching. So what are the answers you to questions you to answer? First it was, what was the author's dream and what did he expect to see in Italy? So it's very simple. We discussed multiple times that his dream was to visit Italy. And what did he expect to see in Italy? He estimates that around 2 lakhs to 6 lakh expatriates or Bangladeshis he would see there. And next it comes, what are the some of the occupations of the Bangladeshis the author met in Italy? So, what type of businesses or occupations Bangladeshi professions people had there? So actually, those people involved in small and medium-sized business, and that means they sell products in streets or flea markets, open markets, and they move different cities like some tourist hub, and they sell products. So actually, they do not do any official job; rather, they do very odd jobs like selling products and on the streets. And number C, how was the author treated by the expatriate Bangladeshis? প্রবাসী বাংলাদেশের মাধ্যমে তিনি কিরকম ভাবে সমাদৃত হয়েছিলেন? So he was amazed actually seeing the behavior towards him by the expatriates living there, and they treated him with much care. They gave him coke and ice cream, and they sold some products to him with large discount. So actually it was a fantastic experience for the writer meeting those people. So what kind of bargaining took place between the author and some of these Bangladeshis? So actually, we saw that haggling there, haggling happening there in case of selling products. But what type of bargaining they had? Were they trying to, or the writer trying to minimize the price, or they are trying to get more price? Actually, no, it didn't happen in this way. It was reverse bargaining happening. Writer tried to give them bit some more money, but the seller, Bangladeshi expatriates, they tried to take less money because it was very amazing for them to sell products or see a native guy, Bangladeshi guy in that country. They said the tourist, Bangladeshi tourist, seeing there is very amazing. That's why reverse bargaining happening there means the buyer they tried to give more money and the seller tried to take less money. So what actually it happens opposite in other cases. If you go to any shop, the seller they try to take more money and we the buyer we try to give less money, but there opposite things happens. That's why we say that reverse bargaining took place. Then it comes, what kind of savings do these Bangladeshi make and what do they do with them? So what type of savings actually they make? So it is very difficult for them to save some money because life there is very expensive and they are little money or less amount of money, but they say that they can save around 1000 euro per month if they can control or frame the other expenses, like if they can sell 50 euro worth per day, and if they can what can be spent, or if the foodings spend can be controlled by 80 euros per month, then they can save around 1000 euro per month, and they send that amount of money to their family members living in Bangladesh. And last question, what is the author's feeling about this expatriate Bangladesh? So we discussed this multiple times, and actually his feelings was very amazing, fantastic. He got extraordinary treatment from those guys. He saw that he was amazed to see the entrepreneurship and inspiration nourished by those expatriates or the diaspora guys, and he wishes them those guys, the diaspora will turn true very soon. So we discussed the question and answer. So you try to answer the questions. Even if you find problem, talk to me. You can knock me. You can make comments there. I will try to give you answer. So my suggestion to you: go through the text once again and line by line underline the important parts, answer the question, and from model test solve other exercises. What we will do in next class. Hopefully, in this way you will get excellence over this text. Till then, keep fine. Bye. Happy study. Thank you.